Elian had never seen the sky. All his life, the world was ceilings of stone, rivers glowing faintly blue from the minerals in the rock, and the constant hum of the cavern winds. His people lived in great halls carved into the mountain's bones, lit by fire crystals that burned without smoke. They told stories, of course, of an upper world, endless and bright, where warmth fell from above and great wings carried creatures through invisible currents. But no one truly believed. Those were bedtime tales meant to soothe restless children. The elders taught that the surface was poison, abandoned ages ago, sealed for their safety. The mountain protects us, they said. The mountain is home. And yet, Elian always wondered. He worked as a water runner, carrying filled jugs from the glowing rivers to the upper halls. It was during one such errand, on the night of the stillness, that strange hour once a year when the rivers stopped flowing, that Elian heard it. A sound not like rushing water, nor like wind. It was a pull of air, faint but steady, as if the mountain itself were breathing through a crack. He set his jug down and pressed his ear to the cavern wall. The sound whispered behind the stone. Heart racing, he searched until his fingers brushed the edge of a narrow fissure, barely wide enough for his shoulders. Without a thought for danger, he slipped inside. The passage was tight, scraping his arms raw, but he pressed forward. The draft grew colder, sharper, urging him onward until he emerged into a tunnel unlike any he had known. No crystals lit its walls, yet it faintly gleamed with veins of silver. At the far end, a spiral staircase climbed upward into blackness, the stone crumbling under centuries of neglect. He hesitated. The elders would call this blasphemy. To climb was to break faith with the mountain. But the whisper of air above was irresistible. Lantern in hand, he began to ascend. The climb was endless. His legs ached, his breaths came ragged, and his lantern burned low. He thought of turning back more than once. But at last, when his strength was nearly gone, he reached a massive stone door. Its carvings were strange, lines and circles that seemed to shimmer faintly in the lantern light. Elian pressed his shoulder against it. With a groan, the door shifted, dust raining down. It swung wide. Blinding light poured through. Elian staggered onto soft earth, his eyes burning. When at last he could see, he fell to his knees in awe. Before him stretched fields of green, unlike any moss he had known. Above, an endless dome of blue, vast and alive, with drifting white shapes that cast shadows as they passed. And there, the golden orb, rising slowly, painting the world in fire. The sun. He laughed aloud, tears streaming, letting the warmth touch his face. He wanted to shout, to call his people, to tell them the sky was real. But then he saw. In the distance stood ruins, towering spires half buried in earth, shattered roads crumbling into weeds. Stone faces lay broken, toppled statues of a people long gone. The air was still, too still. No voices, no animals, no sound but the whisper of wind. The stories had not lied entirely. There had been a world above once. A great one. But something had destroyed it. Elian rose to his feet, his awe tempered by unease. The sun was beautiful, yes, but this silence was heavy, expectant. He could almost feel eyes on him, as if the ruins themselves watched his arrival. And yet, in his chest, a spark burned. If this world was empty, then it could be his. He could explore, learn, rebuild. He could return to his people and show them the truth. That they were not prisoners of stone, but heirs of a forgotten sky. Elian turned back toward the broken stair and whispered, "I'll return for them. I'll bring them here." But as he began walking toward the ruins, he noticed something strange. In the dust of the broken road were footprints. Fresh ones, leading deeper into the silent city.